Here are two of the biggest donuts in the place.
Thank you, Val. What flavor?
Raspberry.
Thank you.
Enjoy.
Good, 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 good.
These are good.
Yes, they are. How do you feel?
About myself?
Mm-hmm.
A little better, I guess.
Well, you can't expect to do a major flip-flop overnight.
Flip-flop? Not exactly psychological jargon, Doctor.
You know what I mean.
Yes.
What I'm trying to say, Louise, is now that you've told me about your problem, it'll make it a lot easier for you to understand your reaction to the event, which made it so tough to live with. Not the event itself.
Hello, Mother.
Hello.
It didn't seem bad, Tom. It was.
You're right. I'm sure it was. I didn't mean to minimize it.
It's all right. You want to know the toughest thing that I had to deal with after it happened?
What's that?
Dances.
Dances?
That's right. School dances. I'm sure you understand.
Yes, I do.
Sports were okay. I could still be competitive. But no contact.
That must have been very difficult for you.
It was. We had dances at school which were closely supervised, but that made no difference to me. And at the YMCA, and, well, my parents went out dancing all the time. My older brother, but not me.
And everyone just thought you were shy, right?
Right. My parents couldn't understand. And my older brother was 5 years older than I, really popular. Girls were all over him, so to speak. I was the family wallflower. And I couldn't tell anyone why.
But now you have.
Yes.
Louise, are you sure you want to talk about all this in here?
It's all right. The worst has passed.
Okay.
I remember once a boy who was the son of some friends of my folks, and they all came over for a potluck dinner. And afterwards, they sent us over to the Y, and of course, there was a dance going on. Well, he kept asking me to dance with him, and I kept saying no, until finally, after the longest time of just standing there, I said yes, because I really wanted to. I really wanted to try it.
And?
The second he put his arm around me, I froze. And I really wanted to scream, but I didn't. But I was so rigid, and I had this look of horror on my face. I scared him to death.
I'll bet you did.
Well, needless to say, I didn't see him again.
Then you've never danced.
Yes, I have.
But you just said that.
Well, I've always loved music. And so when they started with the new dances where everybody's sort of just dancing by themselves, nobody's touching, just moving to the music, well, then I dance.
All right. Then it's time.
For what? Are you up to something?
Me? Never. I'll go pay the check.
Well, this hospital's very fortunate that it didn't align itself with that fly-by-night money outfit you recommended.
You're talking about Meditech?
Yeah, I said it before, and I'll say it again. You don't sit down to dinner with a hungry crocodile unless you plan to be dinner.
Well, you know, I have since withdrawn my recommendation.
Yeah, well, the hospital's doing fine. It's doing it all on its own. That last financial report showed a marked improvement.
Well, you know, I feel somewhat responsible for that, so I was wondering if perhaps the board might consider giving me a raise.
The report wasn't that good.
Oh, well, come on, Edward. I was instrumental in cutting off a huge lawsuit over Tom Hardy.
Yeah, that's what we pay you for.
Well, I've also helped a lot with Lucy Jones in the daycare center.
Yeah, we pay you for that, too.
Well, I wasn't asking for a big raise.
We're very proud of you, Scott, and we hope that you will continue. Who knows, maybe next year, huh?
Next year?
Yeah, that's right. We'll be talking, huh?
Bobby?
Excuse me. Amy, do you have any messages for me?
Yeah, I do. I have a couple right here.
Thanks.
Bobby, I'm really sorry about the brownstone.
I'm sure you are.
Listen, Bobby, can I talk to you for a minute?
I thought I told you. Stay out of my life.
Well, that's kind of hard to do since, I mean, you know how I feel about you.
Scott, I don't want to hear it.
People change. I've changed. Just give me another chance.
Do you enjoy embarrassing me in a place where I'm respected? I happen to work here.
I happen to work here too, you know.
Don't give me a break. The only person you've ever worked for is yourself.
Let me have my apartment back, please.
The apartment is already rented.
Rented? Just like that? I mean, you're like a shark.
You got it. Also, it looks like the brownstone might be a criminal case. Robert Scorpio is investigating the fire.
What are you talking about?
He thinks it might be arson. He's over there with an expert now. Terry and I are going to meet with him later.
Well, I hope you're not going to blame me for this whole thing.
I haven't decided yet.
Could you ever just mind your own business, Amy?
Do I have any messages? Oh, no, actually, what I want to know is if Tony Jones is around.
No, I haven't seen him. Do you want me to page him?
No, don't. I'll catch up with him. Actually, I will. Oh, well, this is the man I want to see. Listen, the tests are very encouraging. There has been no swelling on the brain.
Oh, that's great. Is she conscious yet?
Not yet, no.
No.
But she's going to be. So you have lots of time. Just take it easy, okay?
Okay. Thanks very much.
You got it.
Notice this piece.
Yeah?
Now, notice this.
Yeah, looks the same.
Well, that's where you're wrong, Chief. With all due respect, this piece has been treated. Look closer.
I see what you mean. It also feels different.
Exactly.
So what does that mean?
Well, it means that we have a very peculiar case of arson here. Someone wanted this place to burn all right, only they didn't want the fire to get out of control.
That is very peculiar. Oh, morning, Robert. Commissioner Scorpio, this is Bud Snyder, our arson expert.
Pleasure, Mr. Snyder.
Bud's fine, Commissioner.
Hey, Bud. What's going on?
Well, Commissioner, I was just telling Chief Lewis, we have here a very interesting case of arson.
KC Masterpiece is my homemade barbecue sauce.
The sauce didn't come out of the laboratory.
General Hospital will continue in a moment.
The case of arson. How so?
Follow me, Commissioner. Now, you notice this?
Soot.
Precisely, but what kind of soot?
You tell me.
Incendiary soot. No question. The source of the fire was here. Incendiary devices of some sort probably dropped down the chimney. So, as I said, this was the main source with backups laid in on the staircase and other room vents.
You sure of this?
Stake my reputation on it. The fire burst out of here. The attractive ladies who live in the brownstone confirm this. And, along with a lot of smoke from old-fashioned smoke bombs, followed along these paths. But notice how distinct the path is.
Are you saying this was a controlled fire?
Exactly. See, the sides of the fire path were treated with a repellent, much like the chemical used to fireproof theatrical scenery. And, for that matter, anything else you might want to protect.
What about this beam here?
Well, it was intended to burn, but as you can see, repellent was used all around it.
So this fire never posed much of a threat at all, huh?
Oh, yes, indeed it did. Now, it was set to frighten the occupants, but it could have burned out of control. Fortunately, it didn't.
Fortunately. Well, thank you, Bud.
Now, I must tell you, whoever did this is very good. Very, very good.
No doubt.
Well, if you both will excuse me, I have a supermarket fire waiting for me.
Of course.
My official report will be on your desk in the morning.
Thank you.
Takes all kinds, huh?
I guess so.
I feel I should be included in the meetings, that's all.
Olivia, sweetheart, listen to your father, will you? You are where you should be.
It's not New York.
No, it isn't, but Duke needs you there.
I hope so.
Olivia says she's delighted to be working at your club in Port Charles.
I did not say that.
She bugged me long enough to do it.
Duke says you bugged him.
Goodbye, Father.
Sweet girl.
Yes, she is.
She's my daughter, Duke. I love her. Don't hurt her.
I don't want to do that, Victor, but let's say she has a will like her father's.
Yeah, I know.
Shouldn't we be discussing the drug people?
We have a very big problem there. I'm sure you are aware.
It was anticipated, yes.
So, what do we do?
I'm not sure.
Well, you better get sure. Because we're talking about enormous amounts of money here. And whatever Julian may have thought, I'm not sure you can come up with anything to replace that. And if you can't, it means it will never be able to legitimize the Jerome family.
I'm thinking.
The gentlemen from drugs are gathered up front.
Well, send them in here. Wait. Duke?
Send them in.
Gentlemen.
I don't care what Monica says that Steve says. Monica knows exactly what's going on with that assistant chief of staff position. Now, don't be naive. You're my son. You know better than that.
I naive?
Yeah, Monica's your wife, and as such, she owes it to you to tell you exactly what's happening.
Will you do me a favor? Stop spinning your wheels, please. My eyes and ears are totally open. All Monica is doing is shepherding around these visiting doctors. We'll know when Steve's going to make his decision, when he's ready.
Listen, if you want that position, you better get it any way you can.
I am going to play it in my own way.
Honestly, sometimes I don't understand where you came from.
Or from whom?
Amy, is there anything for me?
Here's the person I wanted to see.